Hi everybody, it's Dr. 𝗀𝗍𝗂𝗂 from Rhythm of Life Chiropractic in Franklin, Wisconsin. And today I want to talk to you about better body awareness. Our brain is an amazing wonder and it's communicating with our body all the time, taking in information and then processing that information and then sending out commands to the body to tell it what to do. And with regard to body awareness, we need all the little sensors in our body to be sending accurate information into the brain all the time. Now the spine is the main pathway. It's the communication superhighway of the body that carries and concentrates all the information coming in from the extremities, as well as our core, as well as our trunk, sends that information up to the brain for it to process and figure out what to do. Now, let's just say we're doing something complex, like going up a hill, climbing the stairs, hiking, playing soccer, playing tennis, taekwondo. Now these are complex athletic maneuvers that even if you think about it, just walking is complex because we need to stay balanced over our feet. We need to coordinate those steps. We need to avoid cracks in the sidewalk, keep our balance as we're walking, and keep maybe our eyes gazed on whatever we're looking at, whether it's something we're appreciating or we need to be aware of. There's so much going on in our brain all the time that when it comes to this information coming through our spine, which is, like I said, the main conduit, the main pathway between the brain and the body, we need that information to be clean, clear, and without obstruction, without distortion. And when it comes to a child, as a child develops, they are learning their environment. They're learning their own interaction, their own connection to that environment. And as those developing limbs, those developing muscle patterns are coming online, we need those pathways to be clear. And what can happen is as a child will fall, as a child will experience bad posture, experience little injuries here and there, or even come into the world from a traumatic birth experience, they will come in maybe with their head slightly tilted to the side. That can start to distort those delicate pathways and cause a little more complexity to that information. Think, for example, if there's construction on the highway and you'd normally like to take the highway between home and work, and that highway's fast and it's easy and it's clean and it's super efficient. However, when there's construction on the highway and it slows slows your path down completely, and now you want to avoid the traffic, and so you decide to take an exit here, go the slow back roads, and then get back on the highway down the road because, hey, you know what? I didn't want to sit in that traffic for any longer than I had to. This saves me 5 or 10 minutes. But you still got the job done. You still got from point A to point B, whether it's going from work to home or home to work. You avoided the construction, you avoided the traffic jam, which in the spine is like a misalignment or a stuck joint, aka distorted signaling. But you got the job done. So you start to work around those patterns, and adults really start to get good at this kind of thing. We adapt wonderfully well as a human being. However, we adapt and adapt and adapt, and sometimes we have workarounds upon workarounds that become less and less efficient. And if we can only clear up the construction and clear out the traffic and clear up that pathway so that we can have clear signaling between our brain and our body again, that better body awareness can be restored. So as your body's developing, as a child's body's learning to do new skills, whether it's jumping jacks or jump rope or playing soccer, playing taekwondo, or just running, we want that pathway to be clear so that all the muscles and the core stability is happening without distortion, without those traffic jams. So I encourage you to bring your child in for a checkup. Bring them in to see how their pathway is functioning, whether it's clear and unobstructed or it's jammed up and locked up here in one place or many places. And that can really enhance the development of that child's body physically as well as neurologically. So reach out to us, click the button below, call our office, set up an appointment. If nothing else, just come in for a consultation and we'd love to discuss your child's health.